Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So thank you for coming back and thank you for this journey that I've been on so far. If you've been following my Imperial Fist build, I'm really happy where that is at the moment. For those of you who started way back on my channel, you'll remember my Executioner build I did. And for those new people, you've probably been seeing my Excoriators that I've been going through at the moment. We'll get into this and we'll talk about it in full details, like looking at this new squad and stuff, because I'm really excited to show it off. Generally, I just want to talk about what is this next phase. Now, for those of you who remember, I was going to do a phase of doing like a full Gravis force, and I've got a little example of this here. So this was one of the Gravis guys I was going to do. Like, this is the Gravis Ancient and stuff like that. I decided for now not to pursue this phase, just for now, because I kind of had a dream. It sounds so odd. And I dreamt that all the Sons of Dawn came back together in the 41st millennium and we made the Last War Protocol and Rogal Dawn appeared before us. So I'm hoping that maybe that was a sign from Dawn somewhere in the universe, and that if I fulfill this dream, that Dawn will then return to us. Actually, I have always wanted to do a Last War Protocol force. The Last War Protocol, for those of you who don't know, is basically a protocol that Rogal Dawn made, where if Terra or the Imperium was ever in crisis or need, the Last War Protocol was activated, and all successors of Rogal Dawn, the official chapters of the Dawning Gene Seed, would come back together and form again in legion-sized strength to protect the Imperium, Terra, etc., etc. So this is what I'm going to be doing with my force. First things first, it's an awesome little bit of lore. Second thing, the Rule of Cool is amazing, because then I can dedicate each little section of my army to something that maybe they specialise in, and have that little bit of Rule of Cool on the battlefield as well. It's just something, and you know what? It also gives you something new to do when you come to painting. Like, I love painting yellow. I absolutely love painting yellow, but it's always cool when you can just go, okay, I'm going to do some white, and then I'm going to do some black, and then I'm going to do some green, then I'm going to do some red, then I'm going to do some blue. It's really, really awesome when you can jump in and change your stuff around. So what I've done so far, as you can already see, Imperial Fist, Executioners and Exorcists. Now, we already know that I've got a sizable Imperial Fist force. I've got a medium-sized Executioner force, and with these new chapters now that I'm adding, for example, the Exorcist over here, I decided that I'm going to add one HQ, and that HQ could be really anything. Like, I decided to do a Chaplain, because I haven't really got a Chaplain for my army, and a 10-man squad of basically what I want at the time. So right now, these guys are halfway done, because I've only got a 5-man intercessor squad. The other 5 are currently on the workbench, but once that's done, that's that squad more or less complete then, and then I'm going to move on to the next chapter. Now, I asked you chaps, for those who tune in on my streams, you should be coming to my streams every day. They're the greatest thing in the world. It's just us talking absolute crap for like an hour plus. We decided that the next chapter I would do, we put it to a poll, and it's going to be the Subjugators. Now, the Subjugators are the green guys. They're really, really hardcore and stuff, brutal at warfare and stuff like that. But after that, I would also like to put that to a vote, and the vote now is actually in the description of this video. So I would really, really appreciate it. I'll let the poll run for the rest of this week, or the incoming week, since this video is going to be going out on Sunday. And I would like you to decide what the next stage is. I'm going to leave Black Templars off the list for a certain reason, and that is, of course, if you've been following the rumours, Black Templars are supposed to be coming in Psychic Awakening Book 2. The last thing I want to do is really kit bash a load of Black Templars, because I plan to do Sword Brethren, and GW release all brand new upgrade kits. That would completely destroy my soul. So Black Templars are off the list for now. I'm only going to put like 4 options on, so I can just keep it, you know, nice and tight, and then after that one's done, then we can do another poll, another poll, another poll, another poll, etc., etc., etc. And hopefully by the end of next year, because this is going to be a big process, I will have, like, I'm hoping like a 20,000 point force of Sons of Dawn. And when I say Sons of Dawn, I mean every official GW lore chapter. Every official chapter, like ones like the Soul Drinkers, which you can argue are not, which have got wiped out. No, they're not a part of it. They need to be alive in the lore now. They need to be around, and they need to be official. That goes for my Reclaimers of Dawn. I'm thinking maybe I can just squeeze a little bit of them in, since they're my own. I know people say, hey, they're not official. Well, they're official to me. So yeah, that's how we'll do it. Right, what we'll do, let's start off by looking at the Excoriators and just talking a little bit about it. I'm getting a little bit more of a close-up, and I can just show you what's going on. Of course, like I said, everything is going to be a part of this armour. So, sorry, we'll just stay for a little second. So, when I mention a HQ, like this guy's got a Chaplain, a HQ choice could be maybe a tank. I know it's not really a HQ choice, but maybe I could do like another Executioner in Subjugator colours, or a Dreadnought in Subjugator colours, and maybe surround it with like a 5-man Hellblaster squad. You know, just cool little bits of lore. I am open to a million suggestions from you guys, like what HQ characters, what should I do? Should I do a vehicle in a certain chapter? You know, stuff like that. Just leave it in the comments below, and I'd love to get your feedback and your directions, and hopefully you can help me and assist me, and yeah, you can help me build this army. Right, let's cut the video. Let's look at these Excoriators, and we shall BRB. Okay, we are back, and these are my Excoriators. So like I said, one the HQ choice I've used here is the Chaplain, and we'll get some close-ups of him in a second, and this is going to be a 10-man veteran Intercessor squad. May I add, veteran Intercessor squad. I really should have painted this guy with the veteran helmet, but I decided, oh, too late. I decided veteran like literally the other day. But yeah, they are going to be my veterans. I just had the white stripe on him later down the road. So let's start off with the actual HQ choice itself. So this is my Chaplain. Now, I wasn't really a fan of the GW Chaplain, and I've stated this numerous times, is that I don't like the long coats they put on them. It's just something that just doesn't really do it for me. So I decided to kit bash my own Chaplain. So the pieces I've used on this is the Apothecary body from the Primaris set. So the legs and the chest piece and stuff. The head is actually from the Chaplain model from the Primaris set. The arm is a Lieutenant arm. The Crozius is a cut-up Crozius from the limited edition Chaplain, which you get from the birthday stores. The arm is just like a veteran arm, a robotic arm. I think it's from the Horus Heresy, if I'm not mistaken. The shoulder pad is from the Ultramarine Horus Heresy boarding set. I don't know what they're called at this moment in time. And the backpack, which is my favourite, which was done by one of my subs, by the way. So you know who you are. I don't want to say your name because I don't want to DDoS you. Amazing. It fit this Chaplain so much. This is from Wargamers exclusive. They're like a third-party site that do like all little bits that fit on your 40k models. And I think the model turned out pretty well. The book and stuff is from the Chaplain model. This bit over here is from like the Grey Knights and stuff. I just put that on to cover some of the holes up. I made the skull silver because what I wanted to do is that maybe like he's carrying his old mentor's head around with him, and he like, you know, dipped it in silver, and you know, wherever he goes, his mentor follows him as a kind of a relic / presence. I don't know, something cool like that. And when it comes to the actual Excoriators themselves, they're a very, very brutal chapter. They actually scratch themselves and mark themselves, and I thought with the Apothecary set, it made a cool little thing here because they can cut themselves and scar themselves in battle and stuff for pain and stuff like that. So I think it really, really went with it and stuff. The Sergeant, as you can see, is just I gave him a chainsword. I think this is the first chainsword I've put on one of my guys, and I think it's really, really cool. The actual decals, by the way, is made by someone called Scumbag Customs. I'll actually put the link in the description. This is the set he made me, so I can use it for vehicles if I wanted to. So look at these. These are amazing. I haven't put any tactical markers on them because these were supposed to be a normal tactical squad, but of course, since I decided to be veterans, I'm going to get some veteran markings made instead. But he did an absolutely bang-on amazing job. Look at them. They're amazing. Again, the link is in the description if you want to see that and check it out and stuff like that. So this is the captain, not captain, this is the sergeant. I put a little shield on him from the Imperial Fist set. This is taken from my bits box, just like a little really cool Iron Halo. I actually took this, I think it's from like a champion model or something like that. So, you know, he's got the little laurels on his head for the whole rule of cool. Spinning around, there's a lot of battle damage on these guys, as you can probably see if I just put my hand there and stuff like that. Just to match my Imperial Fist one. So, for example, if I was to put this guy next to this guy, you can see they've been battling, they've been fighting, they've been doing, they're like the bases. The bases are all the same, because when I activate my Last War protocol, I want them to all match. When it comes to design wise and stuff like that, so they're all deploying on the same planet. They're all fighting at each other's side. I don't want one to have a desert for one. I don't want to have a jungle one. I want them to look like they're all together, fighting together on the same planet. If we just do some of the tactical Marines here, and this was my first test model to see if I actually liked the white colour, how it turned out and stuff, and I think it turned out pretty well. This is another one of the guys. Fun fact, how I did the white was kind of easy, actually. A lot of people saying, how do I do my white? I haven't actually got the paints around to show you. Actually, no, I lie, I have. So, what I did, I surface primed it with white, Vallejo white here, and then, no, I haven't got this one. Yes, I have. I'm a liar. What am I saying? And then, I just went over it with contrast apothecary white. But what I did, I made sure it didn't pool. If you let it pool, then you'll start getting some like really big grey areas on your model. You don't want to do that. Just make sure it doesn't pool and it all goes into the recesses, and then the recesses will turn grey. You see, if I do it like that, you see where it's all grey in the recesses? That's where it will turn grey. If you let it pool, then you'll start getting grey all over your armour. That is something that you don't want. So make sure it doesn't pool. It's a really easy way to get the white. That's my first time using contrast, and I've got to say, with the white, it turned out very, very cool. Very, very good. If we just swap over, look at the... Sorry, my doorbell rang, and I just had to make a little quick cut. Goddamn Amazon, delivering me things I've ordered. So these are the last two guys in the squad, as you can see. Very cool. Very awesome. Turned out nice, how I liked them. All the battle damage on them and stuff like that. Purity seals and stuff. Yeah, it's just a quick method of getting people out. And again, I think the decals work so well. I really loved it. If you zoom in on the decals so well when they went on and stuff. They look perfect. Massive thanks to the custom guy who did the decals on them. So yeah, there we go. That is the Excoriators. Again, another 5-man is going to be added to that to bulk out that force. And then we're on to the Subjugators. And then once the Subjugators are done, hopefully the poll that you guys have already voted on, and will point me in the next direction on what I'm going to do and what I'm going to add to my armour. So yeah, I really, really look forward to it. Right, I'm going to be done. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. And we can have a nice little talk about it down there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. See you now, and bye-bye.